Welcome back, students. Let us continue the lesson. Now point is file tab. Okay, so before starting that point, let me open Microsoft Word. Click on start, then click on Microsoft Word 2010. Okay, so this is the window of Microsoft Word. Now you can see a file is given. Here what happened in a 2007 version, here there was office button. Okay, there was an office button, so that office button replaced with file tab in 2010 version. So now the version what I am using, so that is 2010 version. The new file tab of Word 2010 has replaced the office button of Word 2007. Okay, here also they have given in the 2007 version. Here there was an office button, so there was a round button here, and so that button replaced with file tab. On clicking the file tab, okay, so when we click on this file tab, you can see several options are displaying. On clicking the file tab, we can create a new file, open an existing file, save a file, print a file, and perform other tasks. Okay, see here, if you want to create a new file, okay, if you want to create a new document, then here new option is given. So when you click on this new, so you can see here now file name is document1. When I click on this new, you can see select blank document and click on create. So this is document 2. When you click on new once again, see blank document, click on create button, document 3. In that sense, now what is the point? You can create a new document, you can create a new file by using this new option. Next, open a document they have given. Open a document in the sense, now already if you have saved any files in your system, then you can use this option. Just click on open, you will get an open dialog box. In this open dialog box, select the file. Okay, you select the file, which file you want to open, then click on open here. So let me open, I want to take a risk here because there are some question papers and all. So I will not open any files. Okay, so just select the file, then click on open. The file gets open here. Okay, so that is open option. Next, print a document. If you want to take a printout of your document, the document what you have typed, the text what you have typed, if you want to take a printout, just click on this print command. So when you click on print command here, so that all the related options gets displayed, and preview of your document also gets displayed. Preview in the sense, whatever the text you have typed, so that the text will be displayed with the margins. Now here you have to select the paper, which paper you are going to use for the printout, and which printer you are going to use, so that printer has to select from this option, and how many copies of printout you need, so that copies also you have to mention in this box. So this is all about print option. Next, save option is given here. So when you click on save button, this file gets saved. Okay, so when you click on save, you have got save as dialog box. In this file name box, just type the name and click on save button. So file gets saved in your system. Now if you want to choose a location, you can choose a location. Okay, if you want to save that drive in your other drives in your system or pen drives and all, choose the location and click on save. File gets saved in that location. Next, save as is given. So now what is the difference between save and save as? Here now file is already saved, just imagine. Okay, so now I am going to save this file with the name 123. The file name is 123. Just I am going to click on save button, so that name appears on the title bar. You can see here 123.docx. So this is the file name. Now I want to save this same file with a different name. Okay, same file with a different name. In that case, if you click on save button, it is not going to happen. So this file gets saved with the 123 only. Now what is my task? So my task is to save this same file with a different name. So click on file, then click on save as. So when you click on save as, again you will get this dialog box. Type a name 456, file name is 456, then click on save. So file got saved with 456, file name is 456. In this way you can save that same file with a different name. Next is close button. So when you click on this close button only, so that that application document window gets closed. Okay. Then when you click on exit button, the entire application gets exit. This exit is like using this button. Okay. And recent button is recently the files which you have worked, so that all files gets displayed in a recent box. Okay. And info means information related to the page. Here you can see which page, which paper, so all the information gets displayed by clicking on info. So this is all about file tab. Next is working area. So this white area is called a working area. So in this area only we are going to type. For example, let me type one sentence. So it is a large area where you can type, edit and format the text. Here now see, I have typed the text. I am going to edit in the sense make the changes. In the sense I will add another line. Status bar displays the page number. Okay, so only one sentence. Now I have edited, in the sense I have added one more sentence. Next, format, in the sense you can increase the size by using this size option. Then you can change the color by using this color option. Then you can format it. Okay. Then you can change the style, so by using this font name box. Okay, so this is all about formatting, editing, formatting, and deleting. If you want to delete, select the text and press the delete key on your keyboard. Text gets deleted. Okay, so this is this work can be done in working area. Next is ruler. So ruler means this is scale. So this scale is called as ruler. Now in a Word document we have two rulers. One is horizontal ruler and second one is vertical ruler. The horizontal ruler measures the width of the document page. So this horizontal ruler checks the width. So what is the width? So that width can be managed by using this ruler. Okay, so this is the margin space, you can see it. So this is the margin space, so that is indicating, and your right side margin, that is also indicating. So that is all about width. Next to vertical ruler, so that is manages our height. Okay, so top and bottom margin can be set it by using this ruler. It displays margin settings, tab settings and indentation. So by using this ruler we can set the margins, we can set the tab and we can set the indentation. So what is this tab setting and all, you will learn in higher classes. Okay, so don't worry. The vertical ruler measures the height of the working area. So this vertical ruler measures height. So what is the height of your page? So that will be measured by using this vertical ruler. Now if you don't want these rulers, you can hide also. Okay, so to hide or to show the ruler, click on view and here ruler button is given. Just uncheck this mark, so rulers will be disappear. Okay, now you can see there is no rulers on your document. Okay, so let me display that ruler once again. You can click on ruler, the ruler is displayed. Next is the status bar. It displays the page number, number of words, zoom option, etc. Here, so this is the status bar. You can see here. So this side zoom button is given. Zoom is increase the view size of your text. So that is zoom. Okay, now you see only view size we are increasing. Okay. Next page. So number of pages will be displayed. Now we have only one page. So one page is displaying. Total number of words are displaying 20. How many lines, how many characters, entire statistics, okay, can be seen by using this status bar. Pages 1, words 20, characters no spaces 85 with spaces 104, 1 paragraph and 3 lines. Okay. So that entire status is displaying. So how to get that box? Just double click on these words. Just double click, you will get this word count box. In that word count box you can see the status of your document, that is status. Next is a scroll bar. we have again two scroll bars. One is horizontal scroll bar and second one is vertical scroll bar. Now here only vertical scroll bar is displaying, horizontal scroll bar is not displaying because we have not exceeded the width, so that's why it is not displaying. So when it gets exceed, automatically this horizontal scroll bar gets activated. There are two scroll bars in the Word window. The vertical scroll bar is located to the right of the document window and the horizontal scroll bar is present at the bottom of the document window. Here vertical scroll bar is present at the right side of Word window and horizontal scroll bar, so that will be placed here at the bottom of the document. You can move the screen display towards right or left using the horizontal scroll bar and scroll it up and down with the help of the vertical scroll bar. Now if you want to move this document up and down, you can use this vertical scroll bar, and if you want to move from left to right, okay, widthwise, then you can use horizontal scroll bar. So let me, okay, now see here, now I have increased the zoom, so automatically, so that the scroll bar got activated. I can move from left to right by using this scroll bar, and from top to bottom can be moved by using vertical scroll bar. So that is the use of this scroll bars. Okay, you can move the document from left to right or from top to bottom. Okay, so this is all components of Microsoft Word window. So I hope you have understood this concept. Thank you for watching.